Vlogmas 2024. It's the 1st of December and yay, hello, welcome. It's time, it's finally here. It's Vlogmas 2024. My name is Laura Penrose. I am a knitwear designer and content creator and this is my 4th Vlogmas. I'm so excited and I can't even go into it because I'm running late. It's the 1st of December obviously, and for the past few years my sister and my mum and I have developed this tradition of meeting up on this day for a crafternoon where we sit and we craft, but we also make each other bags full of like Christmassy things, and there are a few items that have become quite traditional. I don't think I have time to sit here and show you every single thing in my mum's advent bag that I've made for her. I got my mum this year and I'll alternate my sister, my mum, sister, my mum, and this year my sister has me, so I will be able to show you my advent bag that I received, but I just don't have the time to show you everything because oh my goodness, it's so heavy. I really tried to keep it minimal, but I just love this so much. I just love doing it. So I'm collecting things from like August. So this is my mum's actual bag. I did not make this. My mum usually makes her bags. My sister does sometimes as well. I don't really have like the skills. I mean, I could knit a bag, but I don't really want to. Maybe one year, but this is a handmade bag. I got it from Etsy. I cannot remember the name of the seller, but I'll try and link it below if I remember, but it is a handmade bag, and the theme this year for my mum's bag is gingham, which was totally led by the thing that I've made for her, which I'm going to show you because I've knit it, I've made it. Like, there's usually a couple of handmade things in there anyway. But I have made my mum the little check socks by Summerly Knits. I only just got them done in time. I literally finished them last night and I've already noticed that there's an issue. So here they are. It is a colour work sock, obviously gingham, but the pattern has like different combinations, so you can do like a gingham version or like a checkerboard version, and I just used Fil Colana Arvetta in like this red, pink and white. I feel like they are probably going to be too big for her. It was really difficult to gauge the foot length. She's a shoe size smaller than me, so I just normally make them a little bit too small for me, but these are like bang on perfect for me, if not like there's a little bit of room in the foot. So I've got a feeling I'm going to have to bring these back with me and just remove a row here. I also absolutely have no idea how this happened, but my heels are completely different. Like, can you see that this one is significantly bigger than this one? Honestly, I don't really know how. I think I just didn't, because I picked up quite a few extra stitches because it's like a peasant heel, like a forethought heel. I picked up a few extra stitches here and I think I decreased them more rapidly on my first sock than I did my second sock. So I'll get my mum to try them on. I'll see if that's an issue. Most people have one foot bigger than the other anyway. And I can always see which sock fits her better. And then I can remove the heel and redo it for her, whichever way it needs to be done. And yeah, maybe edit the foot length as well. But we'll see. They look really long, but when they're on, they stretch out a little bit. I semi-enjoyed these. I'm really glad I chose to make them because they look awesome. I think they look so good and perfect for the bag, but they weren't difficult. They were just, I think it's because they were slow. I'm so used to doing socks really fast and these were very slow. They took me quite a while to do, but worth it in the end because they just look so good. I need to wrap them in a bow. Yes, I've got some red ribbon here. Other gingham things I got in the bag, I got a red and white gingham tea towel. I feel like my mum might already have a red and white gingham tea towel, but there you go, now she's got another one. I got her some gingham like beeswax food wraps, which I thought would be cool, and one of them's Christmassy, one of them's like gingham. And oh, I've cut off far too much ribbon here, never mind. I've got so much red ribbon, it's ridiculous. And I've also made her a cocktail advent calendar. So just like every Sunday, like all the Sundays before Christmas, like actual proper advent. 5 kind of like pre-made bottled cocktails. So like every Sunday or maybe even every Saturday might be more appropriate she can have a little surprise cocktail and then one on Christmas Day, which I thought would be really fun because then she's got like a little surprises. I'm sure she's got her own like advent as well, but okay, there we go. Isn't that just adorable? Okay. I've got her load of foodie bits as well, like marzipan filled dates because they're her favourite, and a candle and a bath bomb and just loads of like little Christmassy bits, really, an embroidery kit, and yeah, just quite a bit of stuff. Also made my traditional, well, traditional, it's the second year so it's officially traditional, my magical Christmas dust. This one is for my sister. My mum's is in the bag because if I make some for my mum and not for my sister, I think my sister will no longer be my sister because she loves this stuff. It's basically Leberkuchen spice mix, which I hand blend together myself and put in a jar. So I've got some of this for me as well, and this is for either, you could make Leberkuchen with it, but they probably won't, but you could use it to replace spices in other dishes. So you could even use this in a gingerbread recipe. And my sister likes it on porridge. You can put it on hot chocolate, you can put it in your coffee. Like, there are so many different ways just to bring a little bit of festive magic to your life. But with that, I do need to get going because it's up to me to pick up the food for the Crafternoon. So obviously I'm going to bring you with me, Crafternooning until about 3 o'clock, and then we're coming home, and then it's the F1 which my dad is coming round for, and that's from like 4 till probably 4 till 5:30, so by that point it will be dark. So I'm probably going to mix today and tomorrow together, and I'm going to go into what this year's Vlogmas is going to be like and what changes I'm making, and of course advents. I've got quite a few advents and not enough time to show you them all right now. But I'm really excited to show you because I am giving 2 of them away, which is so exciting. I've never been able to do that before and it's making me really, really happy. So stay tuned. That will probably be coming tomorrow because I want to show you them in the daylight, but that will probably be within this vlog anyway, as you will find out because you will already be watching this vlog. So before I get too rambly, I'm going to get on. I'm going to take you with me. My mum's house is a winter wonderland of Christmas joy and festive wonderfulness. So I will show you all of that, but let's crack on with the day. It's Vlogmas!
I'm walking around feeling free, thinking about what's happened to me from July up till now.
Oh my goodness, smells massive. It's so heavy.
She's all right.
Oh, I can see yours.
Obsessed with
Alpaca silk cashmere.
Oh yeah, no, it's good stuff.
DFL silk. Is it flannel?
Leo chose that.
Did he?
He insisted.
All of it even more?
Yeah.
Perfection. Oh, I've got a Christmas craft. Oh, Christmapolitan.
Yeah.
Yay.
We're falling in love. Summer ended, but we did not. We started something. This thing that we got grew stronger each day. We're together all the way. Oh, we're falling in love. To me, it's perfectly clear. We're falling in love. It's through this part of the year we had something.
Got myself a mulled punch. It's not mulled wine because I am not a fan of the old alcohol anymore. Occasionally, special occasions, a glass of Prosecco. Had a little cocktail at my mum's today, but like just like weak from a bottle. But overall, I'm not so much of a booze drinker anymore, so I've got myself a lovely mulled punch, which I got from Sainsbury's, and it's really nice. It does exactly the same thing to me as a mulled wine does, but my body feels better for the no alcohol. What a day. I spoke to you guys briefly for like 3 minutes before I went to my mum's, and it's just been non-stop ever since. It's been the most perfect first day of December. I'm feeling so festive. My mum, my sister and I basically spent the afternoon squealing at each other with happiness and glee, and yeah, it was just so good. It was so lovely. I think one of the reasons we enjoy it so much is that as a parent of young kids, Christmas Day itself is mental. And it's wonderful, it's brilliant, it's making those memories, it's time together, I love it, I enjoy it. But there's not much me time. So this kind of 1st of December thing that I've done with my mum and my sister, it's kind of become our like little Christmas day just for us, where we just get to sit down uninterrupted, have a nice drink, have a nice lunch and open presents, and it's just wonderful. The Crafternoon advent bags have gotten pretty out of hand, not gonna lie. I feel like every year they get bigger and even more ridiculous. But it's just so much fun, and it's something that we put together like over time. We always make things to go in there, and it's like things we start like picking up bits for it, and like, I don't know, I think I started in September. Like if you just see something and think, oh, that would be nice, just little bits here and there. So there's not like one big one-off cost. And we don't get each other Christmas presents either. My mum, my sister and I, we just don't do Christmas presents. This is kind of like our Christmas present to each other, but we're just doing one like every year. So I don't think I'm going to be able to show you the whole entire thing, because my sister went for like lots of little bits, and yeah, there's just so much of it, but I'm going to give you the highlights. I think I'm going to show you the actual basket. My sister made this, she crocheted it for me. It's got a wooden base, and it's like almost like a Fair Isle-y, colourworky type beautiful guy, and it's like Christmassy because this gives like candy cane vibes, and I can use this afterwards as like a project bag, or like this would be so good for a blanket project. In fact, I might put my blanket projects in here because I do have a few, and all the little bits of yarn to go with them. But I also might put my advents in here. They're currently in like separate baskets, but I might put them all in one in here just to keep them all together. I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided, but isn't it amazing? It's all made with recycled t-shirt yarn as well. And yes, you can see a little yarny thing poking up the top. Oh my goodness. There was a textile fair near me. I was away for the weekend, so I couldn't go. But my mum and my sister went, and my sister picked me up this stunning mini skein set. It looks blue on camera in this light, but it's in real life it's green. It's my favourite foresty greens. It's called forest green. 5 types of lace weight yarn. They're all different. There's like a cashmere blend, there's alpaca, there's silk, there's merino, and I think it's the same colour on each base, so you can see how the same colour affects all the different bases. It's just stunning. I love it so much. I have no idea what I'm going to make it with. I love that it's lace weight because that kind of takes me out of my comfort zone. I'm not really a lace knitter, so I may well hold it double and do some kind of shawl or something. I don't know, but oh, I think it's just stunning, and it's all hand-dyed alum threads. Never heard of them before, so I'll have to have a little look-see. Unique colours from nature, hand-dyed in the Alum Thread Studio. So yeah, I'll have to check them out. It's like really nice to have yarn just for me. Like I was saying to my sister, she was like, oh, but you have so much yarn, I wasn't sure. But I'm like, when I buy yarn, I'm buying yarn for work or to make something for someone else. I so rarely buy yarn just for something nice for myself anymore. So this is a real treat. And then, oh, another top part. Got a puzzle, just a little 500er. Isn't it gorge? So beautiful. My kind of puzzle, like interesting but not too difficult, and I'm starting this as soon as physically possible. I think it's nice to start with a 500er. Something I really want to make sure I do this year is a puzzle. I haven't done a Christmas puzzle for the last 2 years because life has just been too hectic, and I've not given myself permission to do that. And we're going to get more into that subject probably in the next video, because there's probably going to be quite a lot of information in this one, because tomorrow I'm going to show you my advent calendars and all that kind of stuff, which will be part of this video. And again, I'm going to go into all the changes that I'm doing for Vlogmas this year in another video when I've got more time to chat, basically. But yeah, there's going to be time in my life for puzzles this year. Yay! We have another knitting based thing, and as soon as I opened this, I went, I know what this is, I know what this is, I know what this is. And I don't think my sister thought I would know. My mum definitely didn't think I'd know, but I did. I'm just assembling. I've wanted one of these for ages, but whenever I've looked for one, they've always been either like ridiculously overpriced or plastic or with some like weird design on them. It's a yarn holder to put on your wrist. So for when you're like knitting and walking, and oh, I'm so excited to try this out. Like I used to do so much walking and sock knitting, and obviously it's a bit harder in the winter because your hands can get really cold, but I used to do it all the time. But I'd have my yarn in my like side body bag, and it would often like pop out and I'd drop it, or I'd have problem pulling the yarn out. Like it was fine, but it wasn't the best. This is exactly designed for it, so you put your cake on there and then it just spins around as you go, and I'm so pleased. Oh, so excited by that. There's lots of little bits and pieces. I've got a mug, I've got a candle, I've got some chockies, and I've got a bath bomb, which I'm very excited about. But another little thing I'm just going to show you, another thing I've wanted for ages is a like printed rolling pin. So you make your cookies and then you roll it over the cookie dough and it prints it on, and then you have that print on your cookies. I'm really excited to try this. I need to find the right kind of recipe, because I think if it's a recipe with too much butter in, then you can lose the definition. So I'm really excited to give this a go. I definitely want to do more baking this year. That's another thing. Every year I say I'm going to do some baking, but I never get around to it because I don't allow myself to do the time. Not this year. And then just the last thing I'm going to show you. Apparently my nephew chose this for me, but it's a croissant Christmas ornament, and it just brings me so much joy. I absolutely love it. My son is going to love this too. I can't wait to get decorating. We're going to be getting our Christmas tree next weekend. We've got a busy weekend. We're seeing friends on Saturday and going to a show on the Sunday, and it's the final race of the F1 that Sunday as well, but we'll be watching it a bit later in the afternoon. So on one of those mornings we'll be getting the tree. I think Saturday morning, and then when we get home from our friends we can decorate it then in the evening. I love decorating the tree in the evening because of the lights, and it's just a nice thing to do, isn't it? But over the next week I'm going to be just doing little bits of decorating here and there. So that's a little sneak peek into my advent bag this year. I've got my sister again next year, and I've already got ideas and I'm so excited. My mum's socks, they were too big. She was being very sweet and very kind and saying, no, they're fine, they're fine, they're fine. But they were definitely long on the toe. So I'm going to try and persuade her to give them back to me so that I can just remove one of those rows and do the toes again. She couldn't see the difference between the heels when she put them on, but if I have them back, then I might just do that as well. But I'm about to put the kids in the bath. See, it's non-stop. I don't even have time to do proper chat right now. I'm going to put the kids in the bath, got to make the tea, and I've barely seen my husband this weekend, so instead of spending the evening editing, I'm going to spend the evening with my husband, chilling out together, spending some time, relaxing a little bit. Nice early night, and then I'll catch up with you guys again in the morning when I'm going to show you my advents, and then I'll round that vlog off there and continue vlogging after that. So yeah, basically I'm still going to be vlogging every day as much as I can, but there's not necessarily going to be a video every day. It's going to be a couple of days put together, maybe sometimes one day, depending on what happens. I've really enjoyed my day because I've not been stressing out about getting enough footage for one video. So I will catch up with you more about that tomorrow, but for now, good night, happy 1st December, Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the morning. Hello, good morning everybody. Oh, this is a bit better, isn't it? Nice and bright, so I can show you my advents and have a little chat to round off this first episode. In case you hadn't heard, first of all, the Midland neck is now available on Ravelry and my website. If you are new around here, hello. This is my latest pattern. It is a sideways garter stitch neck warmer. It's got a faux seam on the back, nice and cozy neckline, available in this like relaxed fit or a slightly closer fit if you want it more snuggly. And yes, just thought I'd give you a quick show because I've just been on the school run, but now I'm getting hot. So, oh, there we go. I thought I'd go festive this morning with the red. So, I am going to talk you through my advents for this year to wind up this video. I have got 4 advent calendars. However, I purchased 2 of them and 2 of them were gifted to me. And when the makers asked if I would like them, I said, yes, please, that would be wonderful. But is it okay if I give them away? So at the end of Vlogmas, I will be giving away a full 25 mini skein plus main skein advent calendar and a 12-day accessory advent calendar as well. And I'm so excited to be able to do that for you guys this year. I've never been sent advents before, so I was truly honoured when they were offered. And yeah, I'll go into those in a second. But to start with, I'll show you the ones I've purchased for myself. And because it's now the 2nd of December, we've got two to show you per day. So my main advent calendar, and like I feel like this is like the one for me. This is the one I'm going to be knitting actually this month. I am in no way going to be trying to keep up with it every day. That's not my vibe. That's just stressful. Plus I've got a load of other things that I'm working on at the moment. But this is the Fibre Fox advent calendar. I had the Fibre Fox advent calendar last year and loved it so much. I wasn't like, oh, I'm going to get this every year, but I'll wait until I see the mood boards. And I saw the mood boards and it was just, I can't not. The theme this year is Twilight, and I went for obviously the 24 mini skein, but I also got the big main skein this year, which I'm gonna save until Christmas Day, I think. It also, you get some little charms. How absolutely beautiful is that? Did I say the theme is Twilight? It's not Twilight, it's the witching hour, but it makes me think of Twilight, which is kind of the witching hour as well, isn't it? So yes, we've got the gorgeous moon and these beautiful little gemstones. Oh, stunning. So I have already opened day 1 and let's get day 2 as well. So this is a fade, and the mood board had it going from like pink, purple, grey, black, which is what has got me really excited. I thought it was so different to any other advent I've seen. Like, I think it's so brave going for like grey and black, because it's like, you know, not necessarily what a lot of people would go for, but I just know it's going to be amazing. And I'm already surprised by day 1. So, obviously, spoiler alert. I'm not going to do a spoiler alert every single episode. I'm not going to talk about the advents every single episode. I might just show you them in B-roll. So if you have any of the advent calendars that I have, this is your warning. Don't watch my videos until you've opened your advent calendars. So this is number 1, and we have this lovely white with a pink speckle. So gorgeous. Not even what I was expecting to start off with, and that's why it's so wonderful. And then number 2 I haven't opened yet. I'm such a kid. Like last night I had to like stop myself from opening like the next day of my advents, and the same this morning when I was like trying to get everyone ready to go to school and everything. It was like, no, just calm down, all right? It'll be there when you get home. So again, yes, kind of similar to yesterday's, but just a little bit more intense. And now last year I totally freaked out because I'd never had a fade advent calendar, and I was like, they kind of look the same, and that kind of happened for a few days. But when you actually knit them up, I will show you my advent shawl from last year at another point for those of you who might be new here. But yeah, there you go. You can see how this is day 1. And if I spin it around a little bit, actually, you can see it's going to be trickier to show on camera, but in real life, oh, and now I've mixed them up. That's number 2. Number 2, you can just see there is just more. This is like pure white with speckles. This is like white and pink with speckles. So you can see there's just a little bit more pink coming in on that skein, and that's why it's just so magical. It's also why when I choose a project for this, I wouldn't ever do like alternating with a main colour or anything like that, because you don't want anything interrupting that absolutely stunning fade. So that's my main advent calendar. I'm still undecided on the project for this. I'm 99% sure, but I'm just still struggling to commit. But I'm going to share my options with you again at another time. We've got all month, right? The second advent calendar that I bought for myself is this one here, and this is the James Makes Yarn Beanie Baby advent calendar. It's 5 full-size 100-gram skeins, and I went for fingering weight because then I can use it for socks, or I can double it up and use it as DK. Not sure what I'm doing with these. Again, it might just be that this is like, these are my socks for 2025. I have this year started wearing my hand knit socks so much more, like pretty much constantly. I've even started wearing them inside my trainers, which isn't something I ever thought I'd do, but I just love them. And I've got a few pairs that I favour and that I prefer to wear. So I would definitely like to have more of my own socks in 2025. So this should set me up for that. But also the kind of yarn that this is, my daughter just absolutely loves, and she's already claimed the first skein. So I'll show it you. I mean, come on. Isn't it just so fun? It's bright pink with these beautiful blues, and this is funky. And I did Google what funky Beanie Baby looked like, and I'll put a picture in here, sorry editing Laura, of funky, and you can see how they match together. So exciting, absolutely loved it. And it's just, I had 2 mini skein advents last year, and I did use all the yarn. Obviously, one of them went all into one project. The other one just went into my mini skein stash, and I've been using for loads of different projects, my scrappy blankets, in socks, in like just different stuff. Some of them I gave to my sister, like just, yeah, it all got used. But I definitely didn't think I needed 2 mini skein advent calendars, especially because I'm not really doing much in the way of scrappy knitting this year. Last year I was still working on my Stella quilt blanket. In fact, like I had all of my Stella quilt blanket to go last year after Advent, so a lot of it went into that as well. But I don't have that this year, so I'll put that back in its paper another time. So then this brings me to my first giveaway advent calendar, and it's this little guy here, and this is the 12-day knitting accessories advent calendar from Knit and Living. Lovely Kimmy. I have bought her advent calendar before. Actually, it was the first one I ever bought, and she obviously does yarn and accessories and everything, and she's just lovely, and she's been really supportive of my channel. So it is all knitting accessory type things. With the ones I'm giving away, yes, I will be opening them. So whenever the winners receive them, they will be opened, but I will do my best to retain the packaging and the order and everything. I think this is going to be pretty easy to maintain. The yarn advent will be less so, but I think I've got a solution for that. I just love the details of these. All of these bows have been hand tied, and it's like, my goodness, that must have been such a lot of work. Because this is a 12-day, I'll be opening it every other day on the even days. So 2nd, 4th, 6th, so that the last one is on Christmas Eve. Ooh! Oh, well, now this is very clever. Oh, I'm already regretting giving it away. I could just buy one. For day 1, we have this cordy guy with this very beautiful pearl stitch marker, and I believe I have this one. But this guy, this is to keep all your stitch markers on, and I guess you just unscrew it. Yeah. And you can keep all your stitch markers safe on there. That is so good. I love that. That is such a good idea. Amazing. I'm probably going to have to buy myself one of those. So do have a nice stitch marker collection. And I do lose them, / my daughter pinches them to play with them because she just loves them. So that leads us on to, I keep thinking of this as like the big boy, because it is the big boy. It came in such a massive box, and there was more than I expected there to be. I was ever so kindly and ridiculously generously given the Hans Christian Andersen Advent from Camijo Knits. Such an honour. Oh my goodness. This is all based on stories by Hans Christian Andersen, which is just so lovely because I remember a lot of these stories from my childhood. the Ugly Duckling, the Snow Queen. I was in the Snow Queen. I played Gerda in the Snow Queen. That was my first ever like show. I was in year 3, so I would have been like 8 years old, and I was like lead role. And oh my goodness, I remember it so clearly. Little Match Girl, the Little Mermaid, Thumbelina, like so many. I don't know all of them, but that's like, it's exciting because I have like, with the Fibre Fox one, I roughly know what I'm going to get. With this, I have no clue, and that is just so, so exciting. So I have already opened number 1 for you, and this is what I mean. It's going to be a bit tricky to keep these packaged up nicely, and also like so you know which ones are which. So this is number 1. This is Ugly Duckling, which is just so beautiful. Look at that. It could not be more Ugly Duckling. It's like the grey and the brown, and the white is coming through. It's just gorgeous. I just love it. So nice. Camilla is doing her own Vlogmas, and so if you want to learn more about this advent calendar and how she shows the colours and all that kind of thing, head over and watch her Vlogmas too. It's so lovely. She lives in such a beautiful area that it's so festive and Christmassy. Just stunning. My other option for this is I put it all on a cord in order, and you would receive that, so you don't have to deal with all the tissue paper, but you can still see the order that they're in, and of course I'll include the card as well. So number 2, I've got to find it now. Oh, I should also mention that this is not just 24 mini skeins. The day 24 has got 2 mini skeins in, and there's also a day 25 full-size skein. I couldn't believe, I didn't know that that's what was being sent, and I was just absolutely blown away by the generosity. This is fun. I actually have to find the number. There we go. It actually feels like an advent calendar when you have to find the number. Number 2 in some pink paper. This is the rose bush. So I'm thinking probably some kind of pinky red situation. Oh my goodness. Look. Absolutely gorgeous. It's like, I mean, it's rose. It's got moments of bright pink, some speckly orangey moments, light pink, yellow. Oh man, I can't even. It's just so beautiful. Oh, I'm jealous. I want to keep it, but I won't. I won't. That's not the point of this. Right, so let's wrap him back up. Try and do it as neatly as it arrived. I will do my best. There we go. That's not too bad, is it? Okay, so I need to put these somewhere separate actually. I'll put them at the back. There we go. And I'll be able to tell, I think. There we go. So I also have a tea advent calendar, but you know, that's not overly exciting. I might show you that occasionally. And do we have... I realised the other day that as a family we have 12 advent things. I mean, that's ridiculous, isn't it? Like I've got 4 tea advent, kids have got an advent each, and they've got my son's got a Lego advent, my daughter's got a Playmobil advent, and then they each have like a picture advent from my mum, which is so beautiful. And then I got my husband the Cult Pens advent calendar, and then I have my advent candle, and then I have my little Santa advent that my sister got me in my advent bag yesterday, which I forgot to show you, but I did take some b-roll. So these little wooden steps with the tree on the top, and the Santa goes up, and oh, it's adorable. Absolutely adorable. So yes, advent vibes are strong. Yesterday when it was time for the Grand Prix, my dad came round to watch it with us, and he was, I was like showing him all my advent stuff, and he was like, what is going on? This is crazy. It's not Christmas yet. Like this is absolute madness. And I'm like, yeah, welcome to the Christmas house. And I haven't even decorated yet. So that's what's happening with advents. When it comes to giving them away, what I'll be doing is on the very last episode of Vlogmas, I'll ask you to leave a comment on that last video, and then ask that you are subscribed, and then I will choose a giveaway. I'll choose a winner from the comments on that video. I'm also going to say right now, if at any point anyone replies to your comment saying that they're me and that you've won a prize, it's not me. Okay, I will never reply to your comment. It might look like me, it might have my picture, it might have my name, very similar to my name, but it is not me. If you've won a prize, I will ask you to contact me, and I will never ask you for any money. not even for postage or anything like that. So please be careful of the scammers. When you say the word giveaway, it attracts the bots. It's just one of those things that happens on YouTube right now. So please be aware, please be careful. So that's the Advents done, and that took 15 minutes. Oh my goodness. So I briefly mentioned last night how Vlogmas is going to be a little bit different this year, and you can already see the difference. Traditionally, I wouldn't then be filming the next day. I've been thinking long and hard about it, and I feel like I have grown a lot as a person this year, and doing Vlogmas the way I've done it in the past is no longer in keeping with how I take care of myself. I was always careful and cautious and always took breaks and always tried to make sure that I wasn't burning out. But I think deep down inside, a part of me was still thinking, try and do as many videos as you can. And that's just not a healthy mindset. And I've had so much therapy now that it's impossible for me to go against what's right for me, which is great. That's how it should be. So I'm basically just going to be so much more relaxed. If I don't film enough in a day for what I want to be a vlog, I'll just go into the next day. It's going to be quality over quantity, and it's just meant to be fun. It's meant to be relaxed. Also, my life is very different now, especially in the week. My days look very, very similar. I take the kids to school, I come home, I tidy the house, I work, I pick the kids up, and repeat. We have got some very exciting special Christmassy days, and my workload is a lot less than it normally would be because I've tried to finish all my work for the year before December, though I have got some things that have ticked over into December that I have to do, which I'll go into at another time. But overall, yeah, my life is pretty repetitive now, and I don't want these videos to be boring at all. So yes, quality over quantity. Putting my healthy mindset first, and like even last night when I sat down, I was like, well, I could sit and edit what I filmed today right now. But then it was like, Laura, you've barely seen your husband all weekend. Like, I just didn't want to sit and plug myself into a computer. I wanted to choose a movie, snuggle up, and just enjoy a 2 hours of peace and quiet with him, which we did. And honestly, it was just the best decision. And I know you guys will all support me on this. A huge part of me was like, well, if I don't do what I did in previous years, I'll be letting people down. People will be upset. They'll be disappointed. I know that's not true. And I'm trying to remember that. I know I'm so lucky with the audience that I have on YouTube. You're all so understanding and caring, and the majority of you just want the best for me. And so I know you'll get it. And hopefully with these changes, I can produce some really lovely, festive, meaningful, content-rich videos for you. Not just the same thing over and over every single day. And I mean, I don't need to put out 20 videos because there's so much content already. So with that being said, I'm going to round up this video here. Thank you for sticking to the end if you did. Thank you for listening to the chat. Day one is always a little bit admin-y, let's be honest, but there's the whole month to go. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed episode 1, and I will see you next time for episode 2, whenever that may be. I will see you then. Bye-bye.